to start off talking about impressions of how you performed and the offense performed tonight?
I mean, we started off, one of my main focuses was to start fast and, for us to score on the first drive and for C-Mac to have an exceptional run and, and attack the second level. We just got to find a way, one of our emphasis was going for two, being more effective and more efficient on that, and just catching the rhythm. It's playing the game in front of the crowd. You can't simulate that in practice, but having great practices kind of prepare you for it to a degree. But all in all, I think we did play good. We could have played better, and knowing that what this team is capable of doing, we show a lot of flashes. Seeing those young receivers go up and make plays, seeing C-Mac, go 71 yards. And just the efficiency of the offense. We had a quiet 400 yards. That's all pluses in the category, but we know we were extremely unsatisfied about today's production. But at the end of the day, we're still trying to create good habits and win football games.
Cam, how important was it for you to end your night on a high note? You guys had a couple series that didn't end the way you wanted to, but you hit Ian for the touchdown.
I was going to be, I still am, somewhat dissatisfied, but at the end of the day, bouncing back and finishing on a good note is important. I think it affects sleep, on a good note. Not only that, just knowing that the mistakes that was made is, we are not far off. And that's the optimism of it. But at the end of the day, we still have a long way to go. We're seeing little things, and coaches always say, perfect the small stuff, and the big plays or the spectacular plays will happen.
And where would you say you are right now in terms of the Norv offense and your comfort level in it?
I'm extremely comfortable. And him, Scott, and the whole offensive staff does a great job with playing to your strengths. And, the fact that getting the ball out early on, early downs, trusting in receivers and your talent, and also getting the ball out your hands and taking the pressure off the offensive line. I did a terrible job on one play knowing that it was a quick, pass route, and I still tried to come off on another side. Those are just bad habits that I just have to eliminate from my repertoire, and knowing that I have to move forward and be better.
75% completion percentage tonight, I think 66 last week, so 71% in 2 games. Do you feel comfortable that you can do that week in and week out?
I mean, that's acceptable, but I know that I still left plays out there. As the old cliche Southern thing, you still left meat on the bone. So, being greedy with perfection, and understanding that, from drop passes to not accurate passes, C-Mac bailed me out on a check down, and he made a chunk play for us. I have to be better, and I have to take full responsibility and accountability for that.
Cam, we didn't get to talk to you last week, so with a week to think about it, what is your assessment of that pregame conversation with Kelvin Benjamin that you had?
There's no need for me to talk about it. Yeah, there's no need for me to. I'm in a lose-lose with that, but I wish him the best.
Cam, on that touchdown to Ian, it looked like he had a great camp. It looked like you went over and sort of celebrated with him and showed him how to give the ball to the fans afterwards. How big of an addition has he been to the team so far?
He doesn't even know how good he's capable of being. I think just walking into a situation, he could not have been in a better situation. I kind of just glance over time to time during practice and kind of see Greg taking him up under his wing, showing him how to practice, showing him how to finish, showing him how to, run certain routes. And, he couldn't, like I said, he couldn't be in a better situation, learning from him every single day. And when you see plays like this happen, his natural skill set takes over. When you run after catch, being able to, not be as effective in the passing game, but in the running game as well. And, he's going to be a key asset for us.
Have you seen a difference in McCaffrey between year 2 and year 1? terms of his?
I wouldn't say that because, I mean, we all see improvement, you know, day to day, but, you know, he's used to it. He's a dynamic player. You know, when people say where will he play, and we always laugh and tease about it, but, you know, he's a primetime player that you just got to find ways to get him the football. And he's still not satisfied. And that's what I love about him the most, is that, you know, he can have certain plays play out in the game, and you know, he's just better than the defender. And then also he's extremely physical, and I don't think he gets that much credit for that. And he's comfortable with the football in his hands, and I have to find ways to make sure that not only do I get him the football, I give him an accurate ball so he can do something with it.
Cam, there's a big storyline, at least among us, has been you getting more weapons this year. Do you look around at the guys you have and feel like it's some of the most weapons you've had since?
I wouldn't say the most that I've ever had. I don't think that's the proper way of saying it. I blush sometimes, you know, when I see Kirko make the plays that he made tonight, when you see DJ show flashes of what he's capable of doing. You know, obviously with the professional way, the professional approach that, you know, Default Swaggers came in and made a big splash in that whole room. Fun just picking up where he left off and taking up on more of a leadership role and understanding that this is his year. And Janky just coming in and just really showing not only the young guys how to do it, but even proving himself that he's capable of doing. That's Jay Wright. But, you know, it's just good to see. And how could you ever forget about, you know, obviously well, I can't call him that, you know, in public, but, you know, I have a very significant name for 22 and 88. You know, those guys are extremely special, but, you know, it's just great to see that. And like I said, I blushed at times knowing that, you know, these guys are, you know, not only is special with the ball outside of their hands of getting open, but, you know, it's even more exciting to see when they get the ball in their hands.
How do you see Anderson handling? He's gone from being the guy to backup guy to Christian, who's now the guy. How do you see him handle that?
He's still the guy. Make no mistake about it. He's still the guy. He knows his role. We know his role, and as the year goes on, or as the season, you know, takes place or shape out, you know, different roles take place. Not only that, you know, that whole room, I think every single room we have, including the quarterback position room, has competition in it. When you see games like, you know, CJ's having, C-Mac's having, you know, Cap, you know, and Hood and those guys, you know, everybody's in a position to make each other better. And, you know, I can't forget about Kenyon. You know, everybody's playing at a high level right now. We can be extremely better, and it starts with practice, and it starts even with myself, knowing that there's a lot of things that was unacceptable on my part this week. I know I just got to be better, you know, having practice habits. And it just carries over, and knowing that, you know, we got a great team in New England coming in, and, you know, we're ready to accept the challenge to sharpen iron.